Okay, we're going to pick back up. I'm going to add the flour. And there's no measurement here. I'm just going to turn my temperature down a little bit. I've just got spoonfuls. And this is the big spoonful. And I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. That's like 3 spoonfuls so far. So this is what it looks like. We're going to kind of make a paste a little bit before we add the milk to it, because the milk's going to thicken it. But right now I need to get my biscuits in the oven, because they'll take about 10 minutes. And this is beginning to thicken, you'll see. I'm going to add a little bit because it's still a little bit too runny. So I'll add another spoonful, and you can see it's really bubbling. The more flour you put in, then that means the more milk you're going to have to put in. See, it's getting a little thick. I may put a little bit more. Now, let's go ahead, turn my temperature down a little bit. And we'll just start pouring milk. And again, this is something that we just don't measure. Pour some in. And I'm using 2% because it makes better gravy for one. See, it's pretty runny. And now you just stand and stir. And you may want to heat it up a little bit. Turn your temperature up to let it boil. And we'll add the chicken here in a little bit, because this process takes a while. I'll turn my temperature up a smidge. A little salt and pepper. And just stir some more. And you'll feel it on the bottom with your fork beginning to stick a little and thicken. And I just do it to where it looks right, typically. And I'll end up adding more milk, of course. Turn it up a little bit more. It'll actually bubble. But you want to make sure you have enough gravy to put over your biscuits. And you'll just have to know how your stove heats. If it heats hot, or if you have to watch your temperature. Just depends on how it does. And my biscuits are cooking. Beginning to rise a little bit. And I make 2 cans. That's just because we're hearty eaters. And probably I should have put my biscuits in when I had my butter going, and I didn't, so may have to play catch up here in a minute. See, it kind of smoothed it out, but this will take a little bit to thicken. But if you stop stirring, then that means it's going to start sticking, so you just want to keep stirring. And then you'll just season it with your salt and pepper to whatever you like. And the chicken, since it's canned chicken, it's going to be got a lot of sodium in it anyway, so you may not want to put too much salt in there. And you may salt and pepper things when you get it anyway. So it's beginning to thicken on me here. So I can feel it in the bottom of the dish. So I'm going to pour me a little more milk in there. I've used about almost a half of that half gallon, just to this point. And you can see how much is in my pan. And it's beginning still to thicken. We're getting there. And that's all-purpose flour. You probably can use self-rising too. I don't know that it really matters for this, but that's just what I've grabbed out of the cabinet. Yeah, it's looking about right. Well, tonight's the last night of the World Series, so maybe your team will win. Since this is November the 2nd, 2016, and this is your first cooking lesson. So I'm going to add some more milk. And that's probably the last that I'll add. While that is cooking, what we're going to do now is take this chicken and drain it, because there's lots of water in there. So I just open it a little bit and then I just squish it, smush it out. These are 12.5-ounce cans of chicken. Ouch. That gets the most of it out. Place that down. Now we'll get back over here to our gravy. And you can see it's getting thick, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Oops, I guess you could see that, but it's getting there. You can see it's getting kind of clumpy, so you just want to keep stirring. I'm going to take my fork and kind of rake the bottom of my dish. Now, get our chicken. There's the other, whoops. Whoops. Well, that's not good. Yeah. I just take my fork, sorry, and chunk up my chicken down in there. And I guess I was thinking you were eating with this because this is going to be way too much, but anyways, we can eat it as leftovers, and it is good for leftovers. But you and your friends might like it. But it's really simple. It's been all of about 15 minutes start to finish. you can see those clumps. You just want to heat it up, and I like pepper, so I'm going to add some more pepper. So that is what your finished product will look like. And you're going to put that over these hot biscuits that are just about finished. And this is the famous chicken gravy. So I'll turn that down a smidge. And you always want to store your flour in a sealed container because you don't want bugs and stuff to get your flour, which it can, so I put it in a Ziploc baggie. I will get a few plates down. The bar, just as you remember, full of clutter. So let's check our biscuits, and they're done. Yep. All right. We are ready to make our chicken gravy. Come on, Greg.
Okay.
So then we'll show you the finished.
You want to watch the seed?
I don't know, you might want to. Can't remember if you like to break your biscuits up.
No, not bright.
I just open mine.
I don't remember myself, to tell you the truth.
But I'm talking to Tyler, how he likes his.
I don't believe you've had this since we've lived here.
I don't believe we have. This is the consistency, Tyler. It's pretty thick. Oops. That, my boy, is what you're looking for. So anyway, hope you enjoy. Until our next cooking experience. Bye.